But it seems as if it was a vetting issue, as we heard from the Deputy President, and also just apologising for how things turned out. Didn't realise it was the son of the home, and they hadn't, I think, made advance representations to the families that they were going to be visiting. But Juniour will give us the lowdown on exactly what happened then. I think he is in place right now. But the lady of the house was talking about the charity that they run and some of the work that they do in the community without government help. And that's what she's making a plea for this morning, is for government to intervene, not even with money, but with food and gas to be able to do the charity work insofar as food preparation and provision for the communities that need the most. Juniour, we're live with you. So just explain what happened there.
Indeed, Iman, we just saw the Deputy President Paul Mashatile finally arriving here in Khayelitsha to do that door-to-door that he was doing. We are going to just move out of the way as he makes his way out of the house. We did see him going into that one house where he was talking to the lady who is running a soup kitchen there. Unfortunately, when one of the sons who stays in that house was making his way into the house, he was denied access by some of the security detail for the Deputy President. That's why we saw him getting infuriated and asking some of all of the delegates from the ANC to actually leave that house. But we did see the Deputy President trying to speak to him, indicating that his security detail might have not been aware that he is a son and he lives in that house. That is why they were denying him access, Iman.
All right, it does say something about the ad hoc and spontaneous nature then of these door-to-door visits, Juniour. Again, I don't want to quote the son out of context, but we just heard a few things about going to some people's homes where there might have been some advanced preparation and not for others. What was that about?
Indeed, he did indicate that should this have been a white neighborhood, maybe things would have been done differently in terms of planning, in terms of communicating to the family that they were going to attend, they were going to go into that household. But to be fair to the security detail of the Deputy President, we did see them almost an hour earlier going into that house, speaking to the family and ensuring that the Deputy President is actually welcome to go into that house. We also saw some of the councillors from the ANC, who are the councillors in this ward, going into that household as well and trying to prepare basically the ground for the Deputy President to make his way into that household, to try and speak to that family. Just to give some context, Iman, this house is actually about a stone throw away from the Mandela Stadium here in Khayelitsha, where these ANC events are going to be taking place on Saturday, literally 100 meters away from that stadium, the 2000, where we do expect about 22,000 individuals to actually go into that stadium on Saturday to listen to that address that is going to be delivered by the President. When the Deputy President was speaking to the family, he did indicate that some of the things that we do expect the President to speak about when he gives that January 8 statement was issues of unemployment, especially here in Khayelitsha. We know that a lot of people are unemployed. He also spoke about crime and how the ANC in 2025, as it starts a new year, is going to be trying to deal with the issue of crime as well. So those are some of the issues that he did indicate that are going to be contained in that January 8 statement. We know that the ANC NEC was actually preoccupied last night with talking about some of those issues that are going to be contained in that January 8 statement, Iman.
Yeah, Juniour, well, thanks for the clarity there. As you say, there are attempts made to set these meetings up and to get the permission of the homeowners and come in. This, was an unfortunate incident, I guess, in the context of that, with not everyone having gotten the memo or some of those misunderstandings between the security personnel. But just talk to us overall. These visits and these door-to-door visits form part of a program of action by the ANC ahead of their January the 8th statement, which is being delivered in that local stadium on Saturday. How are things going?
Indeed, Iman. As the ANC actually does celebrate its anniversary celebration, its 113th birthday, it is also taking note that it is going to be going into a local government elections in 2026. So this is basically preparation ground for the ANC, even as they are doing this door-to-door, to ensure that they remind the individuals of Khayelitsha that they should vote for the ANC. We know that Khayelitsha is actually an ANC stronghold. Even in last year's national and provincial elections, of the 200,000 votes that were cast here in Khayelitsha, about 67% of those votes were for the ANC. So it's a stronghold of the ANC. But despite this is a significant drop for the ANC in Khayelitsha, because in the 2021 local government elections, the ANC actually got 73% of those votes. In 2019, they actually got over 80% of those votes. So literally last year was the lowest number of votes that the ANC has received in Khayelitsha. So basically, to try and stem that hemorrhaging of electoral support here in Khayelitsha, we are seeing the ANC leadership going all out on the ground and campaigning on the ground to try and ensure that they are not only just celebrating the 113 years that they are going to be celebrating tomorrow, as well as that January 8 statement that is going to be delivered by the president at the Khayelitsha Stadium on Saturday, but also going into the 2026 local government elections. They would have laid the ground for the ANC in the Western Cape, because we know that they've performed dismally when it comes to the Western Cape. In the 2021 local government elections, of the 25 municipalities here in Cape Town, the ANC actually failed to get a majority in any of the 25 of those elections. They managed to govern in some of those places through a coalition arrangement with some parties, Iman.